Okay, so a bit of an unorthodox video, but I felt like this would be a very interesting and fun video to make. This is going over my AGTube Scrapbook. Originally this binder was a binder I used for scripts when I used to make 6-inch doll videos back in 2018 through like 2020. Since that time, I've since updated it and it's now become more of a memorabilia scrapbook that I've used to store kind of just fun memories of my YouTube experience. I have both AGTube stuff but also past things too before I did AGTube videos in here as well. Without further ado, let's get on to showing the first page. Alright, don't mind this, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Okay, so here we are on the first page. Little Allie wrote in Sharpie AGTube memories, and there's this cute little sticker I got, I believe at Joann's. Okay, sorry, move the couch out of the living room so you can actually see the full book and I can move it around. So here we are on the very first page. This was a cardboard backing of a notebook, I believe, and I just wrote AGTube memories, very classic. And here you have a bunch of little things that I have not found space for in the actual book itself. I don't know where to put it, so one of the first things we have is this drawing of the Mixie Pixie 7 logo. And as well, we have the licorice sticker that comes with the licorice's best friend outfit, as well as all these are like, I believe they're business cards from various Etsy shops that I bought stuff from, but I should hang these up. I just didn't know where to put these because these are pretty sweet. I like how all these look. Okay, so moving on to the next page is, so on this side, I actually have all of my dolls listed here. Like every single doll I've ever gotten, I have on here, including the dates I've gotten them. I used to do this at a time when I didn't have a formal All My Dolls Google Doc where I just recorded everything, so I did it in this notebook. And then on this side, this is a more out-of-date All My Dolls thing, and I think this was at a time initially when I got Julie, but I think it was also added so like other dolls would be added as well, because I do see some newer ones here too. As well as like a thing taped here. This was actually, I made this plan back when I first got Michelle and I wanted her to be my mini-me, but I didn't know what doll I wanted or what would look the most like me. Also taped here is actually the little program for the American Girl fashion show that would happen around 2014, which would result in me getting Caroline for the first time, as well as stickers for some reason in here. Okay, so moving on to the next page. This is one of my favorite pages. This is the Caroline page, and this has the ticket from the actual fashion show where I got Caroline and some pictures. And on this page is the Sparkle Award certificate I got last year from Meg from Bugs Dolls. Thank you so much. In my 5 years of being on YouTube, I never thought I would actually win anything, because I just managed to join and become somewhat relevant, like, as the Sophie Awards were ending. So it's really sweet to at least have something. Here on the next page is just, this is where I've been putting all my outfit pieces from various outfits I've been getting, you know, like the little pamphlets you get with each outfit. So I have them all in here. Sticky notes are put to censor in case of privacy. I hope I did a good job. So on the left side is the program for the 5-minute film festival that I did in my hometown, where I submitted the house party. I didn't win anything, but it was still a lot of fun, and this is yet another junk sleeve where I just didn't know where to put any of this stuff, so I just kind of dumped it. I promise it will look better. The other pages do look a lot better than this. Yep, nothing too much in here once again. This is where things actually get interesting. So this is a drawing I have. Oh gosh, I think I ripped a hole in it by accident. This was before I got an Instagram, and I was very frustrated that I couldn't comment or interact with people because of the whole YouTube Kids thing, so I made a drawing about it. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so one thing I forgot to actually include this video was this particular note. I forgot I actually got this. So this is from the Anna Basil Mentos, and it was when I bought like a dress from her. So, dear Allison, hope you enjoy Sage's sparkle dress. It added lots of color to my collection over the years. Hope you and your dolls get lots of enjoyment out of it too. Anna Basil Mentos. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, finally on this page we actually get to one of my favorite sections. So for each year I've been on AGTube, I have a dedicated page of just fun photos, props, and other stuff that I've decided to tape in here. So this is 2020. You have my first photo, which is really bad, but it means I've grown. And turn the page, we're still on 2020. The top photo was what my dollhouse looked like at that time. And then first family photo. This was behind the scenes of the new boy, I believe, and then a prop from the Stressed Out AGMV. This page is still 2020. Again, we have some images of dolls that were introduced around that same time. I'll have it for a second so you can just look at a few things. And now, 2021, we have updated dollhouse images and family photos and props. The two images at the bottom are actually, this was from the All My Dolls video that I think was like spring of 2021. And then this one was from, it's weird, it was a drawing that I used in another video that's now unlisted, so I don't think you can find it. But this is not an AG thing. I was still doing 6-inch doll videos a little bit in 2021, so I have some of that stuff here. Here are some pictures of Ginger before she became officially Ginger, and then the bottom left was a video, one of my most viewed videos at that time, and it was so surreal because up until that point I thought I was just very irrelevant, and I kind of was. And so having anything get over 100 views was just absolutely wild to me. And bottom right, still the left page, that's the thumbnail of my very first AGTube Nostalgia Week entry for 2021, and that was the parody of Annabeth Makes a Movie from X Molly Girl X. Very, very fond memories. Now on for the right page, this is some more photos from 2021. You have the top, which I believe is a compilation from all my dolls of like fall of 2021, and then you have a Christmas picture, a picture I took in the car one time, another Christmas picture, and then another All My Dolls photo. I think, nope, more 2021. So this page is more of the same thing, more 2021 stuff. We have some AGSM ideas that are written here. Sorry, my handwriting's awful. Both was and still is kind of awful, so sorry if all of this looks very illegible. We have this photo, which is from the Thanksgiving special I made, and then some other additional pictures at the bottom. So here is 2022. We have two family pictures. The top one is from like spring of 2022, like really early spring. I think it was actually February that was taken. The bottom one is from like July. The top is a prop that I used, I think it was Charlie in Charge, like that stop motion. There's me at the American Girl store. Yay. Some more American Girl store pictures. This one is just a Christmas picture, a picture of Kat, Michelle, Eve I took at a park, and then here's my picture for Pride Month with all of them wearing rainbow colors. This page also has more pictures from 2022. I'm not gonna go through all the individual pictures because I think you get the gist already, but most notably I did take, this is not a picture, more or less an image of a thumbnail, and this video is actually from the YouTube channel Circus and Tea. So around 2022 they did this really fun It was like AGTube passed the phone and they collaborated with a ton of channels at that time, and I was one of the channels that participated in this, and it was so much fun to collaborate with other people on the same video. Here we are, 2023. The top picture is another Christmas picture. This one is a compilation I made of all of the horrible drawings I've created. I don't think you can see it quite well on camera, but you have the various stupid images that I've thrown together in Microsoft Paint from various videos. I think this one's from like Michelle reacts to the 90s twins, and that was put there for some reason. I don't know, it's just strange. And there's just my profile picture but crying. If I showed this to somebody completely out of context, they would be concerned for me, but I promise I'm fine. Anyway, here we have a bigger image. This time this is of the downstairs area. This is around winter of 2023. You have pictures of a doll that's no longer in my collection, and then there's Molly. Oh yes! This picture was... I don't think you've ever seen this picture. So this was taken by my mom during the taking of my senior picture. What was so cool about this senior picture was I got to pose with Michelle as well as a trumpet because I'm in band, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also kind of nerve-wracking initially because I was doing it at the actual high school itself on a Saturday, but still at the high school, and at that time I wasn't super open about my hobby with anybody, and I was kind of terrified of judgmental, nosy high schoolers finding out. To the left of that image is another phone image, this time of all of my dolls in the basement, because this was when we were constructing my dollhouse. This was very beginning of 2023. You have Guy Fieri in commemoration of the fridge and also the April Fool's video I made for that year. You have the very first version of the dollhouse. And I probably will put an actual picture of this because I don't think this is the colors are showing too well on camera, but that's okay. Next page is 2024, and this is the most recent page. I haven't done anything for this year, at least not yet. We kind of, I don't know, it kind of just started 2025, but also we're somehow getting close to April, at least when I'm filming this video, so that time's just flying by. We have a couple of all my dolls and family shots from November and July 2024, as well as some stickers. Kind of just the usual stuff. Some of it's like behind the scenes things, and others is just various rooms I've had. This, also some more images, including one of my first pictures I took of Clementine. And now we are on a different part of the scrapbook. I don't know what this page is. This particular page, another page I somehow skipped in the original video. So this is actually a characterization sheet for when I first got Ginger in 2021. But as you can see, a little drawing of her. This was, I think, July, after I decided she'd be a tomboy, and was kind of yearning for her to come back soon. You probably don't even read it very well because of my horrible scrabbly handwriting, but I think it's a video ideas sheet or a characterization sheet. I'm confused. And then this is a whole sticker compilation I made of why I like filming videos, except I think I made this before doing AGTube, because a lot of this is more in reference to the 6-inch doll videos I used to make. Oh my gosh, and here's a timeline of everything I've ever done video making wise. And here is a little fashion ideas thing. I think this was the time when I was absolutely yearning for not only the inline skate set, specifically the shirt from the inline skate set, but also the blue jean basics jeans, because I didn't have either of those and was kind of jealous of people who did. Here we are on the old scripts. I actually have kept a lot of scripts that I used to make. Typically though, I don't keep everything. I usually recycle a good chunk of the scripts I usually do, but there's a few that I've kept. I believe this video was it's called like Sick Day Saturday. And I saved the script for it because I just really liked it, and it was a really fun video to make. I also saved the storyboards. Look, I'm not a professional filmmaker in any way, so I don't usually put storyboards, but I felt ambitious. This script was something I never actually got to filming. It's called like Nellie in Wonderland, and I wanted to combine the 6-inch dolls with the 18-inch dolls in some sort of short, but never got around to doing that. And this is from this past year. This is How Our Nights Go script. And here we have the We Make a Play stop motion with some of the storyboards that I still have here. And then this is a really old stop motion. This is called Club Rivalry, and it was done like 3 years ago. And I don't know, I decided to keep the script, and I also decided to keep the actual concept art, I guess, of what I wanted to do for this. You can tell it's 3 years old. Like, I handwrite all my scripts because I can't be bothered to print them myself. And you can kind of see that over the years the pencils kind of rubbed off on things and you can barely read it anymore. Kind of the same with this one. This is also from around the same time. Kind of gross. Here we have a different script from around March to July of 2022. I think this is a combination of various videos I did during that time period. So you have Austin's stand-up comedy. I think this one in here is Michelle's Day in the Life video I combined in here. Oh, and there's a talent show. I saved the script from the talent show because I was really proud of that video. So on this page is another like compilation of things. So story about this. I think I made this in like April-ish of 2021 when I really wanted 100 subscribers so badly, and I was very discouraged too because I think it was a weird time on YouTube where on the one hand AGTube videos kind of had a resurgence thanks to the pandemic. But also, like, COPPA and other stuff like that just made it hard for you to want to post things because you would spend, like, hours on a stop motion and only for your comments to get disabled. And so I was feeling really discouraged, and this idea of creating this section was based directly off the For Happy Hippos scrapbook video. And then on the back, I just copied some comments I got that made me feel a bit better. So this page is going to be a bit of a different tone. This is not so much an AGTube section, but more of just a general YouTube section. So this is the first few years, so around the time I actually started my channel but didn't make public videos per se, and they definitely were not American Girl videos. This was the era of like the 6-inch doll videos. As you can see, this is like mostly random snippets of the scripts I made around that same time. We have some pictures of the 6-inch dolls and the little set itself, and then some more scripts and stuff like that. And here's a huge page of photos. So I think I took all these photos, actually, these are a bit more recent because I took all these with my DSLR, and it was around the time I was actually tearing up the old set I had for them. And I wanted photos to commemorate it because I actually worked really hard on this set and I wanted to preserve the memory, but I wasn't making 6-inch doll videos anymore, so I didn't see the point of keeping all that stuff around when I was more focused with the American Girl things. The characters have confusing names. I was 7 when I made up most of these characters. Okay, so now we're actually on another AGTube related page. This was just a very old characterization sheet for my 18-inch dolls. This was made, I don't know if you can see it, but this was made April 6th of 2021, so literally the day I got Julie. And this is literally so cool. I think I remembered at that time being confused of like how to distinguish my characters from each other because I kind of wanted Julie at that time to be kind of a tomboy but kind of not. But I also had Kat as a tomboy at that time, so that just kind of stumped me a bit. Okay, on the next page, we have characterization, but this time it's for the 6-inch doll characters. As you can see, in 2021, I had a lot more ideas for them, probably because I was more used to working with those characters. Okay, I'm gonna skip this page for the sake of privacy. And some of these also are unfinished and a little random because I think I planned a whole series of the 6-inch dolls. Never got around to it, just filmed like 2 videos and then kind of switched to AGSMs. Okay, so of all the other pages, this one will probably make some level of sense, and it's actually about AGTube this time. So these notes were from an old AGTuber who unfortunately is no longer active. This is from 9 Tacos Filming. So back in 2022, I believe I entered the dinner party stop motion into our 200 subscriber contest, and I won, and I was sent Julie's pinball outfit and this fun little note, which I have displayed in here, and it's really sweet and wholesome. She also sent me some pictures of like her doll. So this is a drawing, albeit a really bad drawing. 19 dolls and counting by AG Smiles. I was trying to draw her characters. I did one before this. I did another AG Smiles drawing. Oh wait, shoot, I realized I skipped a page. Okay, so this is not of the AG Smiles characters. This is actually of my little doll group and doll family that was just left unfinished because I thought it looked really bad. And here we have the one thing I actually managed to finish of the entire scrapbook. This is the Counting On by AG Smiles drawing, and I made a video back in 2021 drawing this. So I was inspired to create this drawing just from watching AG Smiles videos, and I had no idea that she would come back like a month later. But literally as I'm watching her old videos, she posts more content being like, "Hey guys, I'm back now, did you miss me?" Which was really weird and well-timed. But when I did actually make and post the original video where I actually drew this, I also was not expecting for literally freaking Alexis herself to come to the video and comment on it, and she did, and it was the coolest thing ever, and I didn't think that would ever happen, and oh my gosh. So Alexis, if you're watching this somehow, or you happen to stumble upon this video, could you please finish Aspen Heights, please? So the very last page that I kind of care to show you, this page, which I think this was written 2020, which is probably why my handwriting is marginally worse than it currently is. And then very last thing here, I didn't put anything. I used to have stuff in this pocket, but I don't anymore. This is just a list of all my dolls up to Austin, and then that's kind of it. I don't even know when I did this because Lonnie's name listed as Lonnie instead of Kanani, but Aspen's not on here, and any other doll, it's kind of a mystery. But anyway, oh shoot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found inspiration in looking at the scrapbook with me. Who knows, maybe you could create your own scrapbook with all of your fondest AGTube memories. If you do, I would really like to hear about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, bye.